globe. Some of you may have seen our newscast. Now we'll show you behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, seasoned newsmen who can bring the 24-hour happenings into your living room firsthand.
We are live and one member down.
Hey, they's like, listen, y'all niggas, y'all been live streaming like way too consecutively. Like y'all got a quota, y'all got a limit.
Yeah, they trying to limit our black ass on this internet.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, take your ass to the dark web.
Right.
Pun intended.
That's where y'all darkies stay at anyway.
Hey, yo, real quick, is Black Planet still running?
As far as I know,
there'd be more niggas on it if they were.
Let me see, blackplanet.com. Let's see.
Like, something tells me, like, again, my conspiracy theory is that, like, yeah, it's somewhere on the dark web.
It's back. It's here.
Back.
Blackplanet.com.
But who's really on there?
I don't know. Why reboot Black Planet now? So it's like a fresh reboot.
Let me see this shit.
I don't know, man. From what Charles told me, these guys were on it way before Facebook and kind of got the tech taken from them or whatever.
Yep. Didn't deserve it.
I mean? Messed up. But yeah, I mean, soon we can get Uncle Jack back, man. You got to see like Old Country for Old Men for the first time.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, I watched it partially as I was doing some work, which I feel like that was kind of a disservice. But when a story is good enough, and this is kind of like how I've looked at media, when a story is good enough, like I can pause like long periods of time just to look up and then see the action. But for like the exposition and stuff, obviously I can just like, listen to and don't have to look at. But the visual exposition, that's the stuff that you miss sometimes. It's like, no, you got to look at this, because that's one of my biggest gripes about comic books, is that a lot of comic books, like, have this kind of insecurity about them, where it's like, man, I gotta put all this exposition, I gotta have like words, and like, there's nothing against the writers, but like sometimes you gotta let that visual media shine as a visual media. Like, it's just like a progression. Like you're literally watching a movie, and the story is not just words, it's not the sound you hear, it's like literally what you're seeing are the visual words.
Let the art breathe, yo. Let the art breathe. You put 10 damn word bubble speeches and narration boxes on the fourth and fifth panels. Like, damn, like, I mean, why do you need art? Just write a book.
And honestly, watching that movie, I was like, yo, I don't think, well, let me back up. I think it would be very hard. It would be a hard sell to sell that movie to a Gen Z / I forget who's like the next generation now on that movie by itself, like without the premise, just like, hey, watch this. What is it about? Just watch it. Tell me what you think. Because that first like 20 minutes, it's literally just nothing but your boy in the desert hunting, and then coming to the cartel, which is interesting. It sets up like this like slow burner, but it's like in them first, like, what is it? The first 5 minutes, like for a YouTube clip or a TikTok clip. No, 2 minutes. If you don't get them in the first 2 minutes, then they're gone.
They're out. Yeah.
And it's a shame.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. I mean, we talking about the industry in Hollywood competing with doom scrolling. Social media influencers are now the new Hollywood stars, and you got two worlds now really combining and meshing for the first time in a new way. That you got to put these pop songs. Mario Brothers. Why did Mario Brothers need? Why did the Super Mario movie need like all these pop songs in it?
Oh yeah, like, they had what was it? Something in Brooklyn. Was it No Rest in Brooklyn or whatever that song?
Yeah, No Rest in Brooklyn.
No Sleep in Brooklyn.
No Sleep in Brooklyn. Yeah. I can kind of see, the Brooklyn. They had Take on Me for the Donkey Kong chase scene and a couple of the tracks. I'm like, I don't know. They're filming for the TikTok audience now, but yeah, I mean, some of these films are hard sell for younger generations. I don't know. The craft of filmmaking and the craft of some of this artistry, I think it's going to get lost a little bit through the generations, just because why put so much energy into a 30-minute, hour-long short when you can put on your microphone and do a skit or do a dance and you get someone's attention for 30
Twitch,
seconds, and then they'll
Twitch,
scroll again.
or
That is the
someone on
degradation.
Twitch.
That's the degradation, not degradation, degradation of artistry.
Mm.
That's the death of artistry.
Yeah. Yeah, and even me myself, like sometimes I'm like, yo, why am I on the phone? You know, I usually watch TV or show or something while I eat, and now I'm on the phone. I'm like, no, let me just put on a 30-minute show while I eat or whatever. Let me just put on a show instead of being on my phone and just watch, you know, an episode of something, instead of just doom scrolling. So, yeah, it's a new era, man. It's a new era.
That our whole idea about the whole AI show making. I wish the other Charles was here, as well as you, the third. I'd like to get your.
Oh no, I'm cool with that. You just call me CS3 whenever other Charles up here.
CS3.
Yes, sir.
CS3. Yeah. You need to get a basketball jersey with that CS3. You know
I mean, it's funny because like I kind of was trying to roll with it in college, but it still kind of felt corny because I went to an art and design school, so it's like at that time Photoshop CS3 was already out. But then when you move on CS4, it's kind of felt weird. It's like, you kind of basic now. It was kind of funny for the first year, but then I was like, all right, just drop it. But yeah, no, like honestly, I need that because in a world of like other Charleses, which is rare for me outside of my family, because I don't know if I told y'all, I am one out of five? Yeah, 5 Charleses in my family. My dad's Charles, so I'm the third. My dad's dad is Charles Sr. My dad on my mom's side, her dad is Charles, and then her brother, my uncle, is Charles. So
I like the name Charles a lot.
Yeah.
Where my W2 at, Charles? Where my W2 at?
That era, man, it was influential enough to make a meme or two to get to the movies.
Uncle Jack keeps getting sniped, man. I see you in the comment section, dude. Hopefully, I don't know, man, desktop or mobile, man.
You might have to do this audio.
Yeah, man.
Wait, hold on. He's on his phone or is he on his computer?
I'm not too sure.
He's tried both.
Try audio only, man. See if audio only will.
Because also, like, what browser are you going through? Because like what I've learned is like you can't do Chrome. It has to be Safari, or at least for my phone because I have an iPhone. But it's like,
your phone, dude.
Yeah,
Safari will not work. They tell me go to Chrome.
Really?
Yeah, I was about to say. I've been told that Chrome works better.
Because that's funny. Like that one time, I think it was like the second time I started to stream with y'all. It was just like cutting in and out, and I was like, man. So I tried Safari, and he was like, it's just been smooth for me. So
wow, that's so weird. My phone's like, nah, I can't do it on Safari. You got to go to Chrome. I'm like, okay, I guess I got to do it even on my desktop. It's Chrome, StreamYard. I can't do it without StreamYard on. But yo, D Smith, you said you had some a criticism for a certain comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, he got it too.
He got it. Well, he's a paying customer, so at least he bought it.
Bitterroot. Charles the Third. Have you been reading this?
Unfortunately I have not been, and I'm not gonna try to go through the list of excuses why, but I'll just say is like just slogged down by other stuff, like work-wise, comic stuff, and life. But I really wish, because like, is this the current stuff that's going on right now? That like the fast forward to the future? Okay.
Yeah, well, it takes place in the '60s during the riots.
But this is like afterwards, like this is like the next movement, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because before the original one takes place in like the 1920s, 30s, and then this one jumps to the 60s with the Next Generation. I'm tired of this, man. Like I know the civil rights and all the stuff that happened, but do we really need to keep doing the race stories? Can't we just have something like be fun, but like maybe occasionally touch on this stuff? Because we spent 5 issues. We're like, this is done now, and they don't even know if they're coming back. So it's like, okay, so you gave me 5 issues about some freedom riders getting killed, and you have a part in here about the president talking about how you can't undo this because it's the 60s, and whatever you saw you didn't see because this is the 60s, and we can't bring up the fact that white people are turning into monsters, and we haven't fixed the problem.
But like some
I'm
like
good. I'm
Gestapo
good on
Agent
this shit,
Smith
bro.
like
Like,
cover up.
say what?
What, like some Agent Smith like Matrix cover up, or what do you
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
There's a race riot that happens, and they can't. Bitterroot, what they do is they cure the monsters of their racism
The
yep,
or
hatred.
their
yep, their hatred. Yep.
evilness, but they've evolved now, and so they can't use the medicine anymore. So they end up having to kill the monster,
Mm.
and there's just the whole thing. I'm just done with that, man. I'm done with that. I was expecting this to be a cool adventure fantasy where we would talk about race instead of it just being about the '60s again. Because that's all they
Okay.
do is talk about the '60s and the race riot.
So
And
basically, you
people
want a
going missing.
little more Lovecraft Country.
No, I want sci-fi fan. Bro, this looks like a '60s sci-fi. We going into space.
Space. It does got that space look to it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. I see what you mean.
Or even some space
Well, you know
spy
what I was
type
thinking?
yes.
through.
So when you showed me that, what came to mind was kind of like not like Ghostbusters, but it's geared to like go fight demonic like stuff, like demonic gear up basically.
Mhm.
But I would get what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm just sick of this stuff, bro. I'm
Mm.
just sick of it. And then the fact that they said, well, we don't know when and if we're coming back. It's just like, okay,
Oof.
okay. So
Grand opening, grand closing.
it seems like it, man. At least with Monkey Meat, this
Mhm.
was actually a complete like anthology right here.
Mhm.
We had something to say that was political, and we have a great art style that makes sense. And it isn't a black or white thing. It's just more of capitalist system and how corrupt it is,
Yeah.
and actually giving smarter, realistic, and better critiques.
Mm.
We got echo here. Is that Uncle Jack? You good? Oh, we might have to go. We're gonna have to go to Discord in like an hour, I guess. But
Yeah,
but
something.
I feel you, D. Smith. I mean, I like the first run of Bitterroot. I enjoyed that. The 1920s, basically Ghostbusters Harlem.
Yeah,
That was a cool aspect. And then when we got to the 60s, I'm like, okay, I was expecting, like you said, maybe some more adventure stuff, or
mhm.
I'm like, we're doing the exact same thing, but with Men in Black.
Right,
And it's like, it's like Men in Black versus racism. And it's like,
right.
I'm kind of, yeah, after the first issue, I was like, I don't really want to read. I'm good. I
Well,
like the arc that happened in the
yeah,
20s. I don't need to re-see it again in the 60s.
right. And it's like they're not saying anything new, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then this is stuff we collectively,
Mm-hmm.
you, Charles the Third, Uncle Jack, we know this shit already. We're
Mm-hmm.
very aware. Save all the extra stuff for bitter truths at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you want to say your political stuff, say that at the end, because that stuff is really informative. But it's like, bro, this says sci-fi fantasy right here. This cover
Yeah.
says that.
Yeah.
You gave me 60. You gave me what's that one called? March.
Mm-hmm.
Some Martin Luther King, Malcolm X shit.
Yeah.
I've seen that already.
I mean, look, we've had these discussions on Facebook where or even on here, like, do Black superheroes have to address racism? Can we normalize Black storytelling without trauma and racism? And that's a question we're still asking to this day. I mean, what pops? What are our stories that make it to the mainstream that we seem to care about? They always have some sort of there's only a certain amount of people.
Element.
Yeah, racial element. Like Ryan Coogler can do it in a code where not a lot of people can pick up on it. If you just watch Sinners, it's an entertaining vampire hunting movie. You know what I'm saying? But he's got the racism aspects too, and he's got some deep material in there. But you gotta actually like recognize what he's doing to like catch up on it. If you're just watching it, eating popcorn, it'll go right over your head, and you're still entertained by it. I think that balance is hard to do, and unfortunately, I feel like a lot of us just, hey, we're Black storytellers. We're gonna tell about the struggle, tell about the oppression. I always say that there's more to the Black experience than pain and trauma and racism.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, what gets put out there seems to be the hook to grab our attention.
In one sense, like I feel like they're almost playing like three avenues. Like in one sense, the first lane they're trying to drive is like, hey, we're just creatives and we want to
Mhm.
tell a story that we're passionate about, just wholly by ourselves and has nothing to do with the audience. Because like first and foremost, that's how every single piece of art should be manifested, not
Mhm.
based on like stocks or cafeteria styles like, oh, we want this. It's like, no, I'm gonna put out something, put out a dish, and if you like it, you rock with it, cool. If not, then that's cool, you can move on. Because
Mhm.
otherwise that's how, imagine if the NBA was based on, oh, I want my player to play like this, and you could like put in votes. It's like, all right, how you want LeBron to like score this season. That'd
Hmm.
be just weird
Yeah.
if like there was that kind of like fan input. It's
Mhm.
like, no, it's like I'm gonna create something, and then based on like the viewership, if people rock with it, then cool. Then I'm gonna keep that exact same thing. So that's the first lane. Second lane is okay. I can imagine them going like, okay, we do want people who probably identify with some of this stuff, because here's the thing, like we as a black community, you hear it a lot, and it's come up like this term, not a monolithic culture, has come up like in the last like 10 years. Like I remember the
Yeah.
first time it was the Janelle Monáe was at the BT words like, we're not a monolithic culture, and my mom was like, ooh, she's so educated with that word. It's like, okay.
We are not a monolith. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
funny thing is, like, I mean, that word in itself, like, I didn't even know what it was first. Like, monolithic meaning like of one material or
Mhm.
one stone. Mono, one lith stone,
Right.
and so we're not made of all the same material. So that means that you're gonna have people from the black community who have all sorts of diverse ways of like coming through that experience. Like for me, I didn't grow up in the ghetto. My dad was in the
Mhm.
military for like 20 some years. I lived on a military base for a good part of my life. I went to a good school up in DC, Georgetown, Duke Ellington. So it's like by no means that I have like kind of a ritzy life, but it's like it was not the it was not the experience you see people up in what is that,
Like
the
Philly and
Wire.
Chicago and
Yeah, like
Baltimore. Yeah.
if you look at Wire, like the most like extreme version of like the Baltimorean life. My dad's from Baltimore. He grew up in Baltimore, and like when people asked him, was like, "Yo, is that what Baltimore's like?" He would just roll his eyes, like, I mean, yeah, there's hard times, but it's like, yeah, that's a little flavorful right there.
Right. Exaggerated
But
for Hollywood. Yeah.
exactly. So I can imagine these creators like, okay, we want to tell a story that we like, but also like these are some things that like I think people in the black community who have experienced those things and
Mm.
can find, value in those things. Like some of the older heads, honestly, like some of the guys like up in BCL who are older and who've experienced those things.
Yeah.
But then there's some of us who like I'm just being real. I'm just being real. I mean, they say it all the time, so it's not like it's
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
mystery.
Yeah. They some old heads.
Yeah, and there's nothing
Respectfully.
wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all.
You know.
But for some of us, again, like my experience, like this is why I tell y'all like I like Atlanta so much, because like I relate to Earn in the hardest way possible. Because at multiple points you say, "Oh, okay, you're a smart kid. You went to Princeton." I didn't go to Princeton, but it's like just kind of that more like educated on track. He's not. Yeah, he's in like the hood area, but he doesn't like he doesn't have this like mad niggerish persona. It's just
Right.
like who he is. He even called
Hmm.
like he got called out. I was like, "Oh, your accent. You don't kind of have that like, southern affectation." Like, did people ever like say you talk white when you're younger? It's like, oh, sometimes. I know what that's like. So for
Hmm.
that group of people coming into Bitterroot, it's like, okay, well, I can't relate to this, or it's like I have an appreciation for this, but I don't want this like just like drenched over my eyeballs. Is like the main thing. It's like you said, D. Smith. I want some, sci-fi, black sci-fi kind of like
Yeah.
mystery adventure, with a little bit sprinkling the garnish of like the political awareness, because like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
some of that. But I think that's the three lanes that like they're kind of straddling in, and that's hard. That's hard
Yeah.
to like straddle in those three lanes, while again like you're trying to like remain pure in your creativity and your drive, but also like, hey, you want the fans to be satisfied.
Right. And I mean, fair point to them. I mean, they're doubling down on it because it's what got them their success. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get a movie deal and I'm saying a season two. Like, yeah, if I got a movie deal in the season two, what worked great in the first season, I'm gonna just double down on it in the next season and try to continue this success. So I mean, I don't blame them for the approach they did. I just didn't want to see it in two different time periods.
Again.
I'm just cool with seeing it. Yeah, I don't want to see it again. I'm cool with
Right.
it in the 1920s. I don't need to see it in the 1960s to tell essentially the same story,
Right.
Yeah.
just in a different time period.
Especially if there's no hook, like, you know, it's like, okay, where is this going? Like, we're
Mhm.
doing a time jump, but why? Why didn't we just, like,
And-
you know, continue the future of the 1920s?
Yeah.
And you see right. Like if which maybe there's like telling us like, you know, things ain't changed. It's like I know, bro. Come on. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Like at first I thought to myself, because Donovan, I understand you. Like the first issue, I'm all like, okay, maybe we'll go somewhere with this. But no, bro, we no, nowhere at all. Just rudderless.
Yeah,
Just rudderless.
right. Respectfully, they got an Eisner. You know, Regina King was interested in producing their comic into live action film. So
She's still attached to it, I think, too.
I think so. You know, they're probably in pre-production hell. But I mean, I hope it gets done. I hope it's a bestseller. I wish them the best. I got no animosity towards them. Like I wish the movie comes out and it's successful as Sinners and things like that. But I mean, I'm over it. You know, I don't need every single piece of entertainment sprinkled with a extra helping of struggle sauce. Like I'm good. I just
Right.
like you said, sometimes you just need to see some fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna drip the whole, put that struggle sauce all over that bad boy, you know. Might as well have "We Shall Overcome."
Yeah.
It's a soundtrack every time.
They damn they did, bro. They actually did.
See, I think that's
very
the
Like, 2 issues
controversial
back,
statement.
there's a moment where the girl's working at the radio station, and she goes, "This is for the freedom fighters." I'm just like, come on, bro.
But you know, I'm anti-black with my statement. With statements like that, I'm anti-black. So I'm
because subtlety's dead. I'm there with you.
The coon hunter's coming after my ass in a couple seconds, so I gotta be careful.
Them 5%ers. Yeah.
What you got? The coon hunter's coming for my ass, man.
Yo, he said the 5%ers.
5%.
No,
I lost my
Yo,
black
so,
card
like,
years
what's
ago.
my-
Years
what I'm
ago with
looking
Jace Fox. You're looking good, man. You sounding good. Not too bad, man. Not too shabby. Go
you
for
in
it,
here.
man.
You in here, bro.
Finally, go for it. What do you got to say, man?
Yeah. What's your take
No,
on
because I
Goodwood?
swear, bro, like I've never read it.
Okay.
Not a single issue.
No, sir.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair.
No, sir.
Fair enough, man.
I mean,
Fair enough.
I know I read the tea leaves on it, and I mean, D. Smith, you've been hyping it up for a little while. The only question that I have is like, how would you compare that to Philadelphia?
Ooh. I've never read Philadelphia. I've seen a lot of like pictures and artwork of it, but like I've heard a lot about it.
Philadelphia got more.
Phil-
They got more in the
Philadelphia is
tank.
good.
They got
Yeah.
more in the tank than 6 issues. Respectfully,
I agree.
respectfully, they got more in the tank than one season.
But I will say, Rodney is dragging his feet a little too much. I
What,
will say
in terms of,
respectfully, he is
terms of
dragging
ending
his
it?
feet a bit. It's
He
like,
probably
come
got
on, bro.
multiple irons in the fire, man. And I know that's
Yeah.
not an excuse, but like I know that struggle because I'd be
The
like,
last
people
3
like-
issues have been a little bit like he literally just dragging his legs over. It's like, what are we doing?
You're saying it's time to go home. Let's do the finisher. 1, 2, 3. Let's get out of here. Is that what you're saying? Time to wrap it
I
up.
need to know where we're going because it seemed like he just jogging in place for the last 3 issues.
So it's not a slow burn, you wouldn't say. It's just like a simmer.
It seems like we in a filler arc.
Mm-hmm.
The last 3 have been fillers. Nothing has happened. Nothing is moving. But stay tuned.
Okay.
Don't go nowhere.
Kind of in the victory lap, you know. You got Spawn. Spawn was in it. Savage Dragon was in there. So I know he's doing some team over.
Man, I will never read
Team
Spawn
up.
ever again.
Oh, what?
I'm sorry. Like Spawn just never did it for
snap.
me.
Okay.
That's
Go
controversial,
ahead.
I know, but it's like
Go
it's
ahead.
never
Go
did
ahead.
it for me.
I'm not revoking your black card because according to some people, Spawn's not a black hero anyway. Because
I mean,
I
I've never
think
gone
Spawn.
that far, but it's like, hey, I don't see that face enough, and then that mutilated, piece of lunch meat.
Right. Look like bologna or some shit. Shredded
No, it
up
looked
bologna.
like mystery. It looked like mystery meatloaf ground up in a blender and then just like put over face. Like whenever I like see them Todd McFarlane drawing, I was like, why?
But yo, he's been, it was Al Simmons. His face has been normal now for a long
Reconstructed,
time.
yeah, but that's only because of the backlash. And I was like, stop complaining.
Yeah,
like,
but how many covers of Spawn do we see his face and not the Spawn face?
I mean,
it might be only one. Might be only one.
Might be the only one. I'll be honest with you. I think because they try to do the white boy as Spawn. He had blonde hair. He took over like 7-8 years ago. He ain't had a long run. They're like, nah, the fans are like, no, we want Alice, we want the OG back.
Hey, at that point, because I don't read enough Spawn, you could have told me this is Spawn. I wouldn't care because it's like the mask.
Right.
I'd be like, hey, isn't that Tony Stark flying around?
Shit? Yeah. No, Charles asked, does he do Spawn shit? That's all that matters.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, we're gonna have to pull in the Discord, man. But I'd say that just to say, I think people like the original iteration of the characters. And sometimes we say, oh, it's racism. You don't like this version, but we don't want Blade to get replaced by Ryan Reynolds in Blade 4, do we? You know what I mean? And what's her name? Not Jessica Alba. What's her name?
Jessica Biel.
Jessica Biel. Yeah, we don't want them to replace Wesley Snipes in the 4th film, right? Or you know what?
That's the thing I forgot to bring up one time in the podcast. I remember watching Blade 3 a while ago, or Blade Trinity, and I had this like, yo, I know why this movie sucks. The white to black ratio, because you had Blade, the main black character, and you had Whistler, who was cool. He's the cool white character that like you were gunning for, like, oh, he's one of them. He's like black adjacent. We accept him, but he ain't saying the N-word. He ain't saying nothing. But the minute they did that second one, and they had to get your boy Scud up in there, what's his name? Daryl. It was like, they're reaching, and Ron Perlman, which, sometimes, he floats on the spectrum, but overall you're starting to see like these inklings of it. And like the main villain, he was white, but you couldn't see him in the makeup. Then that third film, it's like, yo, I need to insert a character up in here. Like this whole Blade thing is fine, but it's like, I need more insert me. So put Ryan Reynolds up there, and the white chick is like, yo, where am me? Where am I at? Can I get up in this movie? So they had to put Jessica Biel. And they also had, who I didn't even realize this, but Natasha Lyonne, she got murked like instantly. But she was like one of the characters in the background. And your boy, what was his name? The fat comedian, short fat comedian who's Pip the Troll. What's his name?
Short fat comedian, Blade 3? I don't remember that.
Yeah, I can't even think of his name right now, but yeah, he was up in there. So they just had like a litany of like white people, just like they had to just put him in there. It's like,
you had Triple H,
Game
as a vampire with golden fang. He had fang grills,
looking like Sabretooth.
He should have been Sabretooth.
He basically
looked just like Sabretooth.
They should have
they should cast him as Sabretooth.
Oh yeah.
And then
and then your girl
from Prison Break, who was Dracula.
Yep, which that didn't work at all.
Yeah, that was a flat. That was flat. He was flat. That was a miscast.
That was so bad.
That was a miscast as Dracula. But I mean, we could go into Blade 3's production was from what I hear on the internet, whatever, they were kind of trying to pass the torch on to the other two, and Wesley Snipes was kind of like, isn't this my movie?
Come to see that shit.
You know
exactly.
I mean? It's kind of like, isn't this my movie?
Watch Van Helsing.
Yeah, and then plus this dude was not breaking character. I think they had to CGI his eyes open because he like
it was a weird scene too. It's like, why does it even matter?
Yeah, that was a whole problematic production shoot, but yeah, I mean, I guess you don't vibe with Spawn. I think Spawn's cool. I
appreciate the movie for what it was. That movie is hot garbage, but except like John Leguizamo raises that movie up to like at least a C+ or almost B, just on his performance alone.
Yeah,
go rewatch that movie again. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I mean, Spawn. I get it. Some people are like, he's not black enough, or they don't like the supernatural.
It's not even that. It's the fact that like he's just like not interesting as a character. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna be real honest, and this is me, especially since I'm not a mark for Spawn, so all the Spawn marks out there, they just like come from my throat. But it's like, think about this. It's like Spawn is essentially, hey, I'm Todd McFarlane, and I'm pissed at Marvel for like, kicking me off Spider-Man. Well, guess what? I'm making my own Spider-Man. And guess what? He's gonna be like really cool and edgy, like boom. He's gonna be
Well,
like,
it was the 90s, bro.
yeah, it's the 90s. So he's gonna be like Ghost Rider. He's gonna be that cool. So it's gonna be changed and everything. It's like, okay, but what is the story about? Well, yeah, he goes to hell and the devil's like, okay, cool. What else? That's it.
It's the revenge story. It's the
But that's for like what? How many years? Like it's been like 20 something years now. That's
No,
it.
30, bro.
30.
It's a simple formula.
Yeah.
It's like the Crow. He died. He had a wife. You know what I'm saying? He comes back from the dead. And he tries to avenge his wife's death. Al Simmons, he died. He had a wife. She cheated on him with another dude, and he's trying to get the people who set him up to die.
I feel like there's levels to revenge stories.
Guys, you're overthinking it. It was made in the 90s.
Yeah, by Todd.
It was made. It's made during a time period where edgelord, cool,
Reign supreme.
excessive stuff, big muscles. That's it.
Pouches, pockets,
and I argue that Spawn is the survivor of that period because all those other guys, nobody gives a fuck about.
Well, what about
reads?
I mean, essentially, the Punisher on its own is that.
Say what?
Punisher was 70s though.
Yeah. Punisher.
Oh, okay, you're right. 70s. Yeah.
Punisher has been around since 70s.
You're right. Oh yeah,
but
from
Spawn
the 90s era, he probably.
He got a timeless design.
Yeah.
You got it like the
It's
the
basically
mask.
Venom. It's basically Venom.
With the cape. I say he's really the Punisher if you gave him.
If you
the Punisher meets Venom with the cape.
If you merge Ghost Rider with Venom, if they did the fusion dance, you probably would get something like Spawn.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, it worked. I mean, that's the number one. I think it's the longest running black superhero series of all time, if you count him as black.
Yeah. No, I mean that's true. We gotta give credit where credit is due, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie Foxx and Blumhouse, that thing's probably fell apart. Post-production hell.
No, that's not happening.
That's not happening.
Especially after Jamie's health thing. It's like
I'm about to say they're better off doing another animated series.
Right. The animated joint on HBO was fire. That shit was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I would be down for that again. Like, if you did something like that again with reprise
like Enter the Spider-Verse visuals.
Ooh, no. I would want Studio Trigger to do it.
Studio Trigger?
They do anime.
Oh, you want like a Spawn type anime?
Yeah. I don't think that art style works well for Spawn. It worked for some
wasn't
of the
that kind of style
characters,
like similar to like the X-Men 97 mixed with gargoyles kind of thing mixed with and it was like a little squishy, like kind of remember like SWAT cats, like kind of like that tone.
Yeah, that would be better, like SWAT cats.
Yeah. Which, hey, do you see? I think they're bringing the comic back.
They are. I'm a cop it.
Yeah, I might check it out.
They waited too late.
Way too late. I mean, we're too late. The thing been off air for like 15, 20 years. What are you talking about?
I'm good, bro.
You good?
The nostalgic properties I want, they're not gonna do.
D-Smith is like, the old
like,
girlfriend. She said, "Hey, I want you back." He's like, "It's too late.
It's too late. It's too late to apologize. It's too late." He said, "Man, where Craig at?" All right. I think we're gonna head over to Discord, man. Uncle Jack trying to hop in, so
that makes sense.
This is gonna be for the replay game out there. Replay crew. I don't know if that's trademark. Replay games trademarked. I don't know. But all right, we're gonna end this. We're gonna hit up the Discord, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Catch y'all there.
Peace.
Peace.